Uncle Chunt. Hey guys, just doing a quick follow-up video on my actual review of the Nintendo Direct overall today. So I know it's not a big deal for a lot of people, but I've had a couple of requests, not just the one, but I've had a couple of requests wanting me to kind of go into detail as to my reactions to what was announced. I did a reaction video where you just got my natural kind of okay reaction as it happens, but more than a couple of people have been like, can you just kind of detail that out a bit? They're just curious as to my opinion. Since Spacies is one of them, go follow him if you haven't already. He's a good Aussie bloke. Not only just because of the others, but since Spacies is pretty much the reason why I figured, yeah, bugger it, I'll do the video. So I've got a list of games here that were announced in the video today. So I'll just go through them one by one. It's not in any particular order. So first on the list here from the Nintendo Direct Mini for today, which is the 12th of January, Kirby Star Allies. So look, I mentioned in my video I've never played a Kirby game. Actually, I have, but not since like the Game Boy have I played a Kirby game. I'm actually pretty interested. Kirby Star Allies seems like it might be a bit of fun. I'm actually after somewhat of a casual platformer. I have a few platformers, well, more than a few platformers actually, that I've yet to start. But Kirby, I've heard, is actually quite easy. It's accessible to get into and it's not too in-depth. And that trailer looks like it might be a bit of fun. So I am actually half interested in Kirby Star Allies, just because it seems just like a chill game. I could just come home and, you know, I don't want to play anything too in-depth. Just want to, you know, some colourful, simple platforming. I'm hoping that's what it is. How it's mixing and matching things, which I gathered. You grab elements or people that you swallow or something and you get a new power. I honestly don't know how Kirby works outside of Super Smash Bros. So I'm assuming that's how it goes. You suck up your enemies and you gain abilities from them. So I don't know, it looks like fun. Next up was Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Man, I only played that game briefly. I said in the video I've never played it, but that was kind of like me saying I never owned it. I played it briefly. My brother had it, and I was actually really enjoying it. And I can't wait to get back to it. It's really hard, not really challenging. I really like Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii. That was a lot of fun. Hopefully they port that over to the Switch as well, because I'd like to run through that again. But yeah, Tropical Freeze seems a lot harder than Returns. I know we played it in co-op and we were having a bit of a hard time, but it's fun. And I really, out of all the games on this list that was announced today, that's the one I'm really, really keen on. So 4th of May that comes out, so it can't come soon enough. Next up, they actually ended this video with this game, Dark Souls Remastered. Now, I'm not a Dark Souls fan at all. I could think of much better things to do with my time than get frustrated with a game. I know the challenge is there. People strive for that challenge, that hard difficulty in a game, getting frustrated. Like, I understand it, but it's just not for me. Like, I'd rather pull my nails off my fingers, you know, like it's just not my ticket at all. So I don't know. I was hoping they would end it on something better for me, more prominent, more Nintendo-y. Dark Souls, I don't care. I just, you know, I could understand if people want to play Dark Souls on the go, but do you really? You know, like how often are you going to play it outside, or how often, like, you're not going to be... I just don't see that game being one of those games that you would take away with you on a bus ride or a train trip or something. Like, maybe if you're going away on a holiday, but why would you go away on a holiday just to get frustrated playing Dark Souls? You know, in your hotel room at night or whatever. Like, I just don't understand it. It's cool that it's there for people that give a shit, but I don't. Mario Tennis Aces. Yeah. It's Mario Tennis. You know, it's not groundbreaking or earth-shattering release or anything like that, but they're fun. Mario Tennis 64 was a lot of fun. I remember playing that a lot at parties when we were younger. I don't really have much of an affinity for it. I think I might have missed the one on Wii U completely if it was on there, because I didn't really have much experience with the Wii U. I don't think there was one on the Wii. I could be wrong, but you know, that's how much of an affinity I have with that game. I just don't. You know, Wario's in it, so I'm excited. It's another game that I can play Wario in. Yeah, look, I don't know. Autumn, so it could be any time this year in autumn. In Australia, autumn. This is an Australian date list. So I'm hesitant, just because Mario Tennis and stuff like that, like those sports Mario games, you'd want to be like have friends to play around. Like, God, that sounded really bad. You want to have like people around to play them with, couch co-op or something. You know, and I don't see that happening very much at the moment. Things might change, but I don't know. I'll see. It seems like a bit of fun, but I can't see myself playing it on my own. But we'll see. I can see that being a good portable game. You know, just pick up, play a few rounds of tennis. Yeah, whatever. Next we've got Hyrule Warriors. Yeah, so I mentioned in the video, I find that Dynasty Warriors type gameplay very monotonous, and there's so much stuff happening, there's so many things that you're slashing through, people trying to talk to you, giving you some backstory about something, or something's happening on the other side of the map, and people are constantly talking while you're slashing people up. I've got no idea what the hell's going on, and you can't read the subtitles, and you're not listening, so you miss out on what they're trying to tell you anyway. I don't know. I don't think that game is for me, or at least that game style's for me. I really wanted to get into Samurai Warriors back in the day on the Xbox. I really tried, but I just couldn't. 99 Nights on Xbox 360, I really wanted to get into. I found it cheap for $8. I think I might pick it up just to kind of revisit another Xbox title. But yeah, it's just I don't get it. I just don't. I know there's objectives on the map, and some of them are timed and stuff like that, but I just think hacking and slashing from one map to the end, you know, just hordes of enemies. It's just like, it's a bit of spectacle, yeah, but it gets boring real quick. I don't know. I'll think about it. Only because it's like a really cool looking Zelda hack and slasher game. If it was just like another Dynasty Warriors coming out, I would just be like, pass, fucking hell. There's like 30 of them. You know, like how many do you need? So, I don't know, just because it's a Zelda game, I would be tempted to give it a go, but on gameplay alone, I think I'd probably regret it, because I had it on 3DS, and boy did I get bored of that real quick. SNK Heroines, Tag Team Frenzy. Oh boy. Now, I can't really talk down on this game very much, because, yes, you saw in my previous pickups video, I bought Dead or Alive Extreme Volleyball 1 and 2. Yeah, I did. So, I heard on the video that they were saying you can play it with one button. I hope they flesh that out some more, or at least elaborate, because to me that sounds like it's a fighting game, all you need to do is mash one button. And I hope I'm wrong, because that just sounds stupid. I can see that this game might be targeted towards kids or girls, little girls or something, I don't know, or pervy old men like myself, but, you know, come on, one button. It's going to be pure fan service for female SNK heroes, I guess. I'm not too familiar on that brand or that fighting franchise. I know what it is. I've played SNK games before, but like the characters that are in it, not entirely. There's Mai or something like that from Fatal Fury. In the game, I'm pretty sure I saw. That's when I was like, toots, because they're just hanging out all the time. But I don't know, man. I didn't. Someone said, a mate of mine, Shrimpy, said I should pick up Rumble X Roses on 360. And it's kind of like, well, if I'm going to pick that up, which I probably won't, but, you know, I'd have to eat my own hat and pick up this game, but nah, not for full price. Those CDRs games that I'm getting, I have a project in mind that I want to use those games as like a... It'll probably get me in some strife or trouble, or someone will take offense to it, but I have a project coming this year that I want to gather some of these games and do a video on. more on that later. But yeah, I don't know. Pass, man. Pass for now. You know, I just, as a grown man, I refuse to pay full price for a game like that. All those other ones, all those other ones, I've only got 2 so far. The rest are coming later. But you know, I paid pittance for those. You know. Anyway, rambling, whatever. Yeah, there's that other game. It looked like an indie game. The World. I can't read that. The World something with you. Final Remix. Pass. Like, it just didn't look interesting. It's just stuff happening everywhere. I just not interested whatsoever. I understand it's another port. You know, that's all I'm going to say on that. Just not interested. Whatever. Yes. 8. Something. I've never been too excited about the Ys games. Ys, or whatever it is. Games franchise. I know it has a cult following. I know that its fanboys are rampant with those games and they love them. More power to you. It's another game for you. Not for me, not interested. I guess it looks cool, but because I'm not invested in that stuff, and this one hasn't won me over either, so. Pokken Tournament. Now, I'm torn with that game. Pokken Tournament looks cool. I think I played the demo on something, on the Wii U, yeah. And I can see myself wanting it. But there weren't enough Pokemon in it at the time that I associated with or, you know, struck my nostalgia bone. And I never picked it up. And I didn't even own a Wii U, so I was screwed there anyway. But it's out on Switch, and I still haven't picked it up. Because the Pokemon in it aren't of my generation. Makes me sound ancient, but I'm a Gen 1 baby. Gen 1 all the way. And in my video I caught myself out. I said this game has a severe lack of Blastoise and Snorlax, and lo and behold, Blastoise is a playable character in it. So that's kind of getting me, oh yeah, I really should, I'm kind of more on the line of picking that up. Like, I hope they bring out more fighter packs, because I'd like to see more Gen 1 fighters in there. Like, I don't care for any other Pokemon. Like, I don't have the nostalgia there for any of those other Pokemon. There's Mewtwo and Blastoise, Charizard, but I never really care for Charizard. Yeah, I don't know. They should just bring out a Gen 1 pack, and that would make me happy and fanboys across the world happy. But, you know, I'm tentative on that one. We'll see. Mario and the Rabbids game, never interested, never caught my eye. And this update doesn't do that either. Yeah, it's Donkey Kong, cool. I guess he suits that kind of game. My Donkey Kong pleasure will be filled with Tropical Freeze. I don't need to buy that stupid Rabbids. I just can't. However, if it was Wario, it would be a totally different story. I was really hoping it was going to be Wario. I'm still in denial about that. I'm sure he's going to be in there somewhere. And Payback 2, who gives a shit? Look, I'm sure there are other releases. I'm not going to go through every single one of them because some of them just, I don't care. But I'll end on Mario Odyssey. Now, those that have talked to me about that game know that I did not enjoy my initial play run through. It was I don't want to say mediocre, that's a bit rough, but it was way too easy. And I'm sorry, but I refuse to accept the argument of like, you gotta get to the end game content before it's good. That should never occur in a game. It's, you know, I should enjoy my journey there. And I didn't, because it was just too easy. It was just a collectathon. Mario's never really been about a collectathon. And those who say that it is, don't play Mario, don't understand what Mario is. I didn't enjoy it. I'm not going to go into rant about Mario Odyssey, because I think I did a video about that before, but I don't know. I'm not going to do it here. I have my reasons for not liking it, and you can't turn me on it. I'm not hyped about Luigi's Balloon Trips, or Hide and Balloon Seek, or whatever they're going to call it, Luigi's Balloon World. Seriously? Like, Luigi's no one's favourite character. That's a lie, but, you know, he's that brother no one gives a shit about. Poor guy. But, you know, I'm not excited about the collectathon that Odyssey is. As good as the harder stuff is, I'm not about to be playing hide and seek with Luigi looking for a balloon. It doesn't sound fun at all. And something about you can find other people's balloons in the world. Cool. What does that add to the Mario experience? I fail to understand it. I really do. If that was just like an excuse to put Luigi in it, I mean, come on. That just, no. Make Luigi a playable character that you can play through the stages. Something like that. But not, hey Mario, I'm gonna hide some balloons on the world, you go find it, yes? No. Pass. Overall, I'm kind of disappointed. It's a whole lot of ho-hum, to be honest. Nothing really kind of... Donkey Kong was the highlight. Screw Dark Souls. Screw Hyrule Warriors, Tennis. Kirby, I'm willing to explore. SNK Heroines, I don't get into it because I'm a poor single man perv unit thing. Yes, I don't care for. Look, I like Nintendo's IPs, don't get me wrong, but I like them when they're utilised well. The list here I see, yeah, some of it is, like Mario Tennis is what it is, Mario Tennis, so you can't expect anything epic from that. But, you know, yeah, a lot of it's ports, and I don't really have a problem with Nintendo porting all the Wii U stuff over. It's smart, it gives the games a second life, as long as it's just the IP stuff that they're carrying over, but you can't risk having the new games left to the wayside for too long, because otherwise it's just a second life machine for the Wii U, and that's not what I bought it for. So look, I know it was a Nintendo Direct Mini, so I guess in hindsight I shouldn't have expected too much from it, but at least they could have put an Easter egg in there at the end, a little nugget about Pokemon Switch, because we know it's coming. E3 is coming soon. You can only imagine that they're going to say something and drop something there in a bigger direct for Pokemon Switch. But the least they could have done was put a nugget at the end of, here's something to look forward to, and it's, you know, a little teaser for Pokemon Switch. But look, yeah, I don't know what else to say about it, to be honest. Like, over half of these games I'm not going to buy. Tropical Freeze is probably the most definite one on here, followed by probably Kirby, and then Pokken, and then that's it. If I'm drunk one night and feeling extra lonely and seedy and want something to wank to, probably SNK Heroines. Otherwise, Pornhub is on my phone, so I can't really give much critique than that. I think that's a fine note to end on. That's my review of Nintendo Direct Mini for the 12th of January. Let me know if you vehemently disagree with my decisions and choices and emotions in the comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you on the next video. Probably some gameplay recording on the weekend, so keep an eye out for that. Anyways, toodaloos.
Uncle Chunt. Thanks for watching this video, I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please subscribe and check out some of my other recent videos. Have a good one.